Guys, conservative video dipper here. I just wanted to give you a quick little video to tell you guys why you all should go check out conservativenewswave.com and let you all know that pretty soon we are going to start doing our radio show, where I will be co-hosting the radio show. And I'm very, very excited, and I'm very, very thankful to have and be blessed with this opportunity to be able to co-host with my people that I'm going to be working with. And I'm very, again, excited to be able to hear all of your guys' and gals' opinions. And I would like to hear y'all's opinions. So, please, don't be shy and call up and join the conversation. Well, you might be wondering, conservative, how do you do that? Well, good question, but here's the answer. So, every time that we do our show, there will be a phone number that we will post. And we will make sure that you all know that the phone number is posted, so that you guys and gals can call in, so that you folks won't miss the conversation. Because, of course, to us, hearing your opinions and letting us know what's important to you and what's going on is very much important to us, as much as it is to you. So that's why we make it very our due diligence to inform you that that's why we want to make sure that you folks know that the phone lines are open when we start doing the shows. So when the phone lines are open, please don't be shy. Give us a jingle, because we would love to hear from you. Now, there's other things that I would like to add into this. So when it comes to our show, you'll probably notice a lot of things. Yes, it is pretty conservative, I will say this. But when it comes not only to our show being conservative, we are not shy like other news outlets, calling both sides out. You'll notice that a lot of other news outlets don't like to even call their own side out, because they try to hide what they do. Because, well, if they try to allegedly call their side out, it will make their side look bad. And, or they may allegedly get in trouble, or, possibly jeopardize their reputation, their job. No. With us, we don't fear that, because we know that that is something that must be done, and that is something that needs to be done, and that is something that is hard, but it must be, because people are getting tired of both sides doing things and nothing being done about it. Nobody's calling out both sides, whether you're left, right, down the middle, whatever. And the media is not doing their job. So, which media do you trust? That's exactly why conservativenewswave.com talk show is the one show that you will be able to hear where we do call out both sides. And we are going to do what we do. And we make it known that both sides are going to have to kind of answer to what they do. Just what we do best. And also, we stand up for our rights. That's another thing that we are very, very strong about. Our constitutional rights, our First Amendment. We believe that our First Amendment is a very, very important part of the conversation. And not only that you get to exercise your First Amendment, but we do too. So that's why when we do our job and we do this kind of stuff, we use our First Amendment right to be able to not only hear your opinion and you be able to call out both sides, but we can too. And that is what makes it more important, is that you can help us so that we both can make that difference. All of us can make that difference. Because it's not just us that can make that difference, it's you too. Because even if we may disagree with you, you calling out each side too makes it even better. Because we do need your help. Because it has to be we the people, the voice, the collective that calls out the government, and the government hears our voice and knows that we are not happy with what they are doing. For example, like with what happened with the government shutdown. Well, luckily the government shutdown is now over. We'll get into that maybe with the show too at some point. We will talk about that. But things like that, your voice and our voice as a collective needs to be heard all in one, because that is what makes our voice ring louder. And that's what makes our First Amendment right beautiful, is that our voice can come together and speak in volume so that our government knows that we need to hold them accountable. And whether or not, again, left or right, both sides should be held accountable. And even not just the government, but even the media too. That's right, even the media. We must even call out the media, because both sides of the media do play that coin. They do play with your minds. They do a lot of propaganda. They do push a lot of fear-mongering, and we need to call that out. So as a voice in a collective, we must call that out. And it's important for all of us to do our due diligence. And that's why it's not just important for us to do it, but when you join the conversation, we want you to help too. And that's why it's also important that you help us too. Because that's why it makes the difference. Because your voice matters. And that's why I will always say it. Your voice matters. Because as a collective, it's about we the people. Our rights will not be trampled on. And I will always say this. Our rights shall not be trampled on. And we will not trample on any rights. Nor do the government shall trample on any of our rights. That's why our forefathers have fought for what we have now, our Constitution. And our government will not impede our Constitution. Because no matter whether it's the government or the media, we need to let our voices ring loud and clear that whatever is going on, and if something is not being done right, or something is happening that we don't like, we need to make it clear. And especially, again, the media. When the media does a lot of these things, the media likes to claim certain things. And, well, a lot of people are afraid to call out the media. Well, that's why, again, I do what I do. And that's why I think not only, again, it's important your voice is heard, and your voice should help call out these things, but because as a collective, when it comes to the media the most, we do need to make this an understanding that we can't have this happen on both sides. We need to have the media be honest about what is going on. And the media doesn't like to do that anymore. This is why conservative newswave is the wave of what the news should be and will be. The news of truth, of we the people, the voice of the collective, of we the people. And we will speak loud and clear. And our voices will be heard loud and clear. We will speak truth. We will not push fear-mongering. We will not push agenda. We will not make you try in any way, shape, or form to have us think for you. We will let you think for yourself. We will make ourselves give you information that you can think about and you can walk away with. Maybe scratch your beard if you have one, or just scratch your chin and walk away and start a conversation within yourself, or maybe your friends or your family, and ponder about what is said, because that is what we do. We start a conversation. We make the conversation start here. This is where the conversation should start, with us, because our voices should be heard. Not only heard, but the conversation needs to be had. And as Charlie Kirk said, we need to use our voice, not violence. So this is what we do. We use our voice, not violence. And this is what we want. And this is what Charlie would want. And this is what should be done. Voice. And the voice of the collective is all of us, including you folks. So I cannot wait to hear your voices. I cannot wait to have this conversation with you all. I'm really excited. I hope soon to hear from you folks. And remember, we all can make this difference. Whatever side, whatever political belief you are on, just remember, we the people can make the difference. Today, tomorrow, and for the future, and for our future generations ahead of our time. God bless.